I thought I started it. Today I woke up at 7:30, supposedly. But I didn't get out of bed till 8:30, I think. And then I went to the studio, painted for 2.5 hours, give or take some. Sent a picture to my fellow painting friend. He said what I was trying to, without even, I said, what I sent was a picture and it said, don't make any comments. I'm just showing you. And then he said, it looks like a memory. And I thought, I didn't even prompt that and it's supposed to be a memory. And it was one of those small little moments where you thought, damn, what I was trying to convey actually got across somehow. I didn't have to instigate it. Maybe I do have a voice. I don't know. Look at Steve. I also have a pimple and it's so big underneath. It's a pimple the size of the Colossus of Rhodes is setting up camp underneath my chin, to the point that if I do this, just my lips moving hurts because it's expanded so much underneath the derma. Is that the word? The derma? The derm. And then what else? I was just having a flashback from a class where this guy was explaining that wasn't polyester, but it's something. Oh, it's latex. And I was just asking him questions and I think he thought I was undermining him, but I was basically saying, oh, for these issues you're experiencing, did you ever try doing this, or what about this? Because I don't know, I'm a curious person. But he kept on getting more and more exasperated at the end and basically was like, yeah, well, you don't work with latex, so you don't know. Dude, I know, I just thought we were in a brainstorm, but no. Beside that flashback aside, what was I gonna say? Get on with the rest of my day. Oh yeah, so I packed up and I came home after buying eggs and chicken noodle soup because I felt like I was getting a cold, but now I don't think I will. Just gotta lock in that hydration and sleep and the electrolytes, and then it should be fine. And then honestly, I showered, came back, showered, or did I eat first? No, I showered, then I made my chicken noodle soup and ate, and then I was just lying in bed goofing off. And by goofing off, I mean scrolling Instagram reels. It's bad. It's bad. And I was trying to figure out, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to scroll? It was so hard to get off. And then I did, and I made dinner. Well, actually no, I got off Instagram reels. I think I finished showering and eating around 3. May have been till 6 or 7 that I was on Instagram reels. Maybe it was 3:30 or 4. Anyway. Then I edited my essay, handed that shit in, then made dinner. For dinner, I had, you know when you have to make the rice, you forgot you didn't have rice in the fridge, so you have to make the rice, and you forget, but all your other chicken, it's ready, but you just have to wait on the fucking rice. I don't know. Enough to make Steve cry. Look at him. He's so cute. The best part about Steve is that I sent a screenshot of him because you could only get him shipped to France. And I know that because we had some friends from France come over to Newfoundland for the summer, but anyway. So when I was in London, and it was this uncle, I sent my uncle who's not really outwardly affectionate, on a screenshot of this plushie. And I hadn't realized in the screenshot it was the large size. And he hadn't realized that there were other sizes. So when I was in London, it's because he got his friends who live in France to ship it to England before I came back home. And he looks at the size of the box he gets. He just says, he's so angry, right? That it's so big. He's like, how are you gonna get this on the plane? Blah, blah, blah. But then I was so happy. And it's better because he's not the affectionate type, like outwardly. And so just the fact that he bought my grown ass this huge ass plushie just because I sent a screenshot, because it wasn't me asking him to buy it for me, it was me asking if he knew people in France or if it shipped to England. And then I just thought it was so sweet. And then I told him his name is Steve because I thought it was just he just looks like a Steve, no thoughts behind his head, and you just, my head, the voice that he has is just, he just sits there, he's like, Steve. And so that's how I landed on Steve. I also have this guy, his name's Frederick. But anyway, when I told him his name was Steve, he said, not you naming him the most basic white man's name. Chill. And then when I sent him pictures of Steve and I chilling, he always just likes to fat shame Steve. He always likes to say, way too big. And I just say, stop fat shaming him. And then he says, don't worry, this pain will motivate him. Motivate him to what? This plushie can't lose weight. And he's not fat, right, Steve? You're just you. Perfect the way you are. Anyway, that was a big sidetrack. And this is longer than my usual vlogs. But, you know what? May as well. I have nothing else to say. Oh yeah, I was going to, before going to bed, like after doing my entire skin routine, I was gonna curl my hair again because I like waking up with a little movement. Like, it's a different feeling. I was behind the learning curve on learning how to do makeup that suited my features. And that was once I learned it. But learning how to do your hair when you become kind of like, not grown, but when you're early womanhood and you learn how to do your hair properly, there's something about hair that is life-changing to me, because I just never knew what to do with it. Even now, this volume is only achievable because when it's still wet, I claw clip it up here. But yeah, there's just something about learning how to do a blowout on yourself or curling that you feel so, damn, I'm a grown-up, I can do this. But then I felt my hair and it was this, and it felt dry even after using my hair mask, which I usually use. And I use all the Tsubaki golden hair products. I thought, oh yeah, let's not ruin my hair long-term just for short-term reward. Short-term aesthetic preference. Because at the end of the day, it's nice to have hair that doesn't fall off. Yeah. Oh, and then my roommate had friends over. And honestly, I love when she has friends over because just hearing them, and they're a few years, I think she's 4 years older than I am, but just hearing them talk and just kind of having a blast, but also being confused, and then, you know, girlhood, you know, just, it's not that I eavesdrop, but, you know, the walls are thin, and, you know, they're just having a good old blast, and they're having a good time. And she also invites me, you know, to have a drink with them, but I usually don't opt for that just because I'm tired today. If I wasn't tired, I totally would have gone for it. Yeah, I just love a lively household, and I think it's because I grew up in a lively household. We are always hosting shit. Dinners, parties, events. Honestly, to me, I think that's affected the way I see wealth now, because I think wealth to me would look like just being able to host and what's that word? What's that word? You're extending. It's not hosting. It's not gratitude. It's whatever that word is. That's my definition of kind of wealth. Because when I lived alone, I realized, who just has the money to feed 25 people? That's actually expensive. And I grew up my entire life thinking, oh, that's kind of normal. And people did bring their own dishes. But really, buying 8 steaks in this economy, or having enough plates and cutlery to serve all those people, and just, there were so many things that I hadn't tallied in my mind. And now I think, wow, the word is on the tip of my tongue. Well, anyway, now for me, I think wealth really is just the ability to host the people you love and extend a hand, and not courtesy. It's like when you're hosting, but this is gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna give myself to think. Yeah, I can't think too long. I really need to go to sleep. But tomorrow I'm gonna do readings, because I have a midterm exam, and I hate when the house makes noise and I'm home alone. I don't like that. Anyway, I have a midterm exam, and I journaled. I need to start making reading every day and sketching every day just as important as these and journaling. But you know, baby steps. I also took my vitamins today. Tomorrow I'll try to do laundry as well. Just the thought, the other day I was thinking, I was kind of feeling bummed about having to do laundry for the rest of my life, and then toxic optimism or whatever was in my head, hacking away at that, being like, you should be lucky that you can even do laundry and blah blah blah, that you can have clean clothes. And honestly, that's true, but I think you can also have moments of just really human moments of just being exasperated by something that you'll have to do for the rest of your life and still acknowledge your privilege. Anyway. Oh yeah, my dad was texting me because he's finishing season 3 of Drive to Survive, I think. Whatever season is 2021. He's bitching to me about the calls from the stewards in the last 2 races, I think. He was saying, Max Verstappen's getting screwed by the stewards. And I thought that was so funny. Just wait till you watch the Abu Dhabi race. Then it's kind of the opposite. But anyway, this is good night from me and Steve. Good night.